Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome to yet another conference. I hope you all are doing well out there. All honor, praise, and glory be to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Well, I want to have a little quick conference with you all about a subject matter that somebody out there may be dealing with. But let's talk about people who, let's see, the devil, let me tell you this, the devil gets mad anytime that someone stops investing in his junk. The devil gets mad anytime somebody refrains from investing in his junk. And by that I mean, you know what? It could be a marriage. It could be a relationship. It could be an individual. It could be a person. It could be anything and anybody as it pertains to human existence. The devil will get mad when you cease from placing your time, your energy, and your emotions in something that, number one, does not give you a return, does not reciprocate, and does not benefit you in the long run. He gets angry when you walk away from things that possess no value, but you were placing your value, your time, and your hard work into it, whether if it be a corporation or a project or what have you. Basically, what I'm saying is the devil gets mad when you begin to see people, places, and things for who and what they are. He gets angry. Why? Because he knows that he can never waste your time again. And it doesn't have to be a person. It could be an investment. It could be anything that you are placing your energy into. And basically, it is dead weight. It will benefit you nothing. And I think that a lot of you out there, you tend to do that with relationships. Those of you that may be married, you feel like you invested a lot of time in a marriage and it ended up in divorce, or you're in the process of divorcing the person, and you just feel like, you just wasted so much of your time and your energy. But what you fail to realize is that God Almighty is there with you, and that no deposit is wasted when there is a word of wisdom that can be obtained from it. Because now you know what that woman was about. You know what that man was about. You know what those groups of people were about. And you know not to invest any more of your time and energy into that or that specific person. Because whatever it is that God wanted you to take from that investment, you took it. And you all may feel like that you were making a deposit and wasting your time. But Father may be looking at it as if to say, but look at all the wisdom that you have gained from making your deposits, from making your investments. That is your return. So it wasn't that, okay, I'll put it this way, in the marriage or in the friendship, the relationship, or whatever the situation may be. It wasn't that the person was giving you the same energy that you were giving to them. But you still gained something out of dealing with them, out of dealing with that person. You gained a wisdom. You gained an enlightenment that nobody can take from you. See, wisdom is the principal thing. Above all things, you need to get some wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? And I just feel like, excuse me, that now is the time for those of you that are investing in anything that you are investing in, and it is not benefiting you, it is time to stop your investments. And it is time to go somewhere and sow seeds and make your deposits in things that are going to benefit you and the way that you want them to benefit you. And it is time for some of you out there to cut certain people off. And even if you are not in a position to cut them off, as far as being around them, you need to cut them off energetically. You no longer need to waste your energy into something that is not worth your time of day. I don't care who it is, and I don't care what it is. I don't care where it is. It could be a person, a place, or a thing. Now, this word is for somebody out there today. Start making deposits within yourselves. Start depositing within yourselves, because let me tell you something. When you love yourselves, it will make a difference around you. It will make a total difference in your lives. And there are those of you, I believe, out there that, you've always loved yourselves and you've always deposited in yourselves. But at the same time, your energy was going towards other people as well. It is time for somebody out there to pull your energy back from certain people, from certain situations, from certain circumstances, because you're pouring into the demonic realm. You're pouring into a trash can. You're pouring into something that is no good and means you no good and has ill will and intent against you. A lot of you out there are pouring into things that hate you. You're pouring into things that are praying for your downfall. You need to stop pouring into that. I believe that for many of you, you have obtained and gained the wisdom or whatever gifts it was that God wanted to bestow upon you out of that situation, because Father is like this. There's a hidden treasure in probably everything, every experience that you all may have in your lives. It's just a matter of if you want to seek the treasure out to find out what the benefit was for you. You understand? And you must also remember that Father said to seek his face. And see, it is when you seek Father's face that there is this pool of wisdom that you can obtain from him and drink from him that you can't get anywhere else. See, Father can show you things in certain circumstances and situations that you would otherwise not see. So you could go to Father and you could say, well, I don't see where that benefited me. You may say you don't see where that marriage benefited you, or where that particular friendship or a group of friendships benefited you. You don't see where that decision that you made that seemed like a good decision at the time, you don't see where it benefited you. And you could sit down at Jesus' feet and he'll teach you and he'll tell you it benefited you in this way. It benefited you in that way. It benefited you in this way. It benefited you in that way. Because Jesus is a sweetie. He'll talk to you in a calm voice. And everything that he says is the truth. And I believe what Father will tell you all, would you have known otherwise? I could tell you, but sometimes I feel like Father might be saying he can show you better than he can tell you. So he will allow you to walk through certain situations. He's a hands-on teacher. Some of you out there, you learn better by hands-on experiences rather than a teacher or an instructor standing in front of you telling you things. You understand? So I feel like that this is the season to for those of you that may be in bad marriages, bad relationships, bad home lives, bad workplaces, bad colleges, bad social groups. For some of you, you may be in tight-knit situations where you feel like you physically can't make any alterations or changes at the moment. Well, see, that's when you have to allow Father to order your steps. But so you can't pull back physically from whatever you all are confronted with, but you can pull back energetically. And that's in any circumstance, any situation. You understand? Because you don't have to give your energy to anybody. I don't care who it is. You don't have to give your time of day to anybody. I don't care who it is. And that is where you pull back. And I believe when Father sees that particular pullback, then that is when he will show you this is your window of escape. You all must remember out there that Father said, I will, with the test, make a window of escape. Okay? There are those of you out there, in your lives, Satan has thrown monkey wrenches in your path. Satan throws a monkey wrench in everybody's path. Okay? Jesus saw the monkey wrench, figuratively speaking, in Satan's hand before he tossed it in your paths. But you must understand that God is omniscient. God is omnipresent. God is omnipotent. And that there is nothing that is going on in your lives that God is not in full awareness and full control of. When you realize that God is the one that is in control, that is when you can rest and relax and put down your weapons and enjoy your lives. And by put down your weapons, I mean you can just stop trying to battle a situation that perhaps you've already been delivered from. You just have to walk through to gain a little more wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? I hope that something that I'm saying is making sense to somebody out there, because you're never trapped in anything. It is your perspective. It is your own interpretation of your situations, but you're never trapped in anything, because the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the good and the evil. You understand? And you must also understand, for those of you out there today that need this word, God said, I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. So meaning they have to be present if the table is prepared. So wherever the table is, your enemies have to be present. And another thing I want you all to, another word of advice I want to give you all. I'm not telling you all what to do, but I will say that I don't believe, me personally, I don't believe in second chances. I believe that when people show you who they are, believe them. And that is a very famous quote that a poet had spoken. And when people show you who they are, believe them. And just because they come back with altered behaviors does not mean that they have changed. It just means they want you to be deceived and to think that they've changed. And I don't know about you all, I'm not so much concerned about people changing more so than I am about them not changing me. You understand? So you must always remain true to yourselves, even though you all may be around a pack of snakes. Although you may all be around something that is beneath you. And oftentimes, I will say one thing I've noticed about snakes is that they are full of fake airs. And by that I mean, oftentimes a snake wants you to be intimidated by them, but what you all fail to realize, especially those of you that are the children of God, is that snakes are intimidated by you all, because observe how their behaviors change and shift when either you come around or they come around you. Have you not noticed their posture, their body language, how they feel like they have to one-up you? And by that I mean even in the way that they carry themselves. They feel as if they have to carry themselves in a grand manner, or try to exalt themselves, or straighten their backs and do. All of that is because you are around. Because you are around them, because they are around you, because they are secretly intimidated by you. It's kind of like that person who knows that you are intelligent, but they'll try to deliberately use big words that they've gone somewhere and learned, and they'll try to use big words around you, or they'll try to say things to try to make you look at them as if they are intelligent. It is because secretly they care about what you think about them, and they know that you don't think anything about them on the positive. So it's basically, I don't know if I'm explaining it, but I think you all get my drift. It's people who they try to change themselves because you are around, or because they are around you, because deep down they know, I don't care what it is they think they have, I don't care what it is that they think they possess, deep down they all know that they are beneath you. And they know that you know that they are something beneath you. And then what those types fail to realize is that there are people on this planet that actually are very secure with themselves, and they don't have to walk around in pride. They don't have to walk around in ego. They don't have to walk around putting on fake airs. They don't have to walk around mistreating other people. They don't have to walk around thinking that they're better than other people. It's just that because they know who they are. And a lot of people have always known who they are. But they don't have to put on a show. That's what I'm talking about. You're not showy. You don't have to be showy about it, because you have that security within yourselves. You can always tell when you are around an insecure person, because they're very shifty in their behaviors. Their entire postures will change. Their demeanors will change. Their behaviors will change. And people that are insecure with themselves, they will talk about you all like a dog. Well, why? Because they know they are trash. They know they are garbage. See, there are some people that can only feel good about themselves when they are trying to put somebody else down. But see, people can only try to put you down when you are erect, because you can't lower something that's already on the ground, if that makes sense to you all. Okay? And I want you to know that I'll put it this way. Have you ever been walking down a sidewalk and you saw a flower bursting through the concrete? So there's some of you out there, everything around you may be artificial. Everything around you may be in the gray, may be dull, may be ugly, may be of a lower value than you. And you are that one flower penetrating through the crack in the concrete. I want you to know that you are perhaps the apple of God's eye. And I say perhaps because you know what? I don't have a right to speak for Father, and I don't have a right to make a blunt, bold statement, but I do believe that there are those of us out here that are the apples in God's eye. You understand? God has his eye on you. and he has you in the gray because you are the beauty that is meant to shine, the diamond that is meant to shine in the rough. And I think that's what is out there in a lot of situations. You are the diamond in the rough, and the rough is trying to hide who you are. But how many of you know you can never hide the splendor of a diamond? And a diamond is often duplicated, but it is often imitated, but it is never duplicated, because you're either the real thing or you are not. And there are people that know that they are of a lesser value than you are. That's why they have to look to material things to feel like they have value. But how many of you know that a material thing is just an inanimate object? Your value lies within. And there are people, I believe, that your very energy, your very presence makes them feel inferior. That's the reason why when you come around, they get shifty in their behaviors, because a lot of times there's somebody that knows that they just got through talking trash about you when they know they're the trash. And I know I've been I've been around opposition all my life, as many of you have been. Everybody, I think, has been around opposition all their lives. But I'm talking to people that are believers. I'm talking to people that are the gems of this world. I'm talking to people that may not be believers, but you're still a gem. You're just a diamond in the rough. And when you come to Father, he will show you who you are in him and who he created you to be. Not who the world says you are, not who your enemies say you are, not the labels that they try to place on you all, but who you all really are. Because one thing I know about people that are fake, they can't stand the raw. They cannot stand the raw. They can't stand the real. Because see, the real forces them to look at themselves. And also I want you all to know that if you all are the types of people, you're very secure with yourselves. I know I've always been very secure with myself. You will attract a lot of haters. And by that, I mean people who are jealous of you, but people who will despise you. You will date people that will despise you, because you are the one that they could not tear down. When people come to the realization that they cannot tear you down and they cannot put you down, they will despise you, because now they know they have absolutely no power over you. And if you are the type of person that's like I am, you will tell them about themselves, they will hate you even the more. And so somebody out there needed to hear this word today. Somebody out there, you need to know who you are. I don't care what circumstance you're in. I don't care who is standing around you. I don't even care who you all out there are living with, married to, or whatever. If you have trash around you, you need to know that it is trash and that you are the treasure, because they know. You understand? And with that said, God bless you all until next time. Bye-bye.